Okay, Jim, here we are at 822 next door. And we're on the front porch. This package is sitting here it's a diabetes supply for Darren Stokes, 822 West 14th Street. I have no idea what that's about. This one does have an operable deadbolt. The other one did not. It just had the lock for the handle. So this one has the hole for the deadbolt as well as down, for the handle. So, and the door has been beat on a little bit. Probably could be cleaned up a little. And I'm going to put this thing for Mr. Stokes down here. And there are some items here, some shoes and stuff that's left over here. This is where the door handle's been hitting normally. And then it appears that we need a new, I need some kind of a new vent screen or whatever here. And then also they've got the plate for this outlet, for this light here. It looks like they tried to do some repairs and then left it at that. Some of the hardware for curtains is off, and but none of the windows appear to be broken or anything like that. And then again, just like on the other one, we have a front front room situation here, probably usable as a third bedroom. So they could do that because we do have a closet area here, and carpet needs to be cleaned. I'm not noticing any disgusting smells or anything like that at this point in time. This is the access to the basement right here, and we'll be going down to the basement a little bit. And then here's the ceiling for the kitchen. Just to give you a quick look here. And so we have refrigerator, and it's plugged in. It appears to be somewhat cold as far as that goes. And then we've got gas range. At least the front panel on this isn't broken. Let's see here. Actually, the light is on the microwave, so that's a plus, I guess. So they do have a built-in microwave, and they've got the sink, and I want to make sure, yes, our water is on here. And then let's see what we're dealing with here. This takes you to the outside. And again, they've got some stuff in here. Looks like a scooter, some garbage, and more garbage. I want to make sure this is secure, which it is. And where the other one had a bath, this one has a pantry area. So the other one had a half bath, this one does not. I don't see a light, although I do see like a plug-in here. And we've got some issues with the ceiling in this part here, and I wonder if there isn't a bathroom above us here. We'll have to check that when we get upstairs. Looks like they had some kind of a cat that they were feeding to, and in fact, I thought over here I had seen some cat food right here. As far as these cabinets go, well, there goes one thing that's off. They've got these kid things on here. Well, I've seen worse as far as that goes. Let's take a look upstairs here and see what we're dealing with. I got a feeling that it's going to be somewhat similar, but let's not assume. So let's head up here. Got some scribbling on the wall here. And similar to the other one, got some things left here. There goes a mouse. But he wasn't a big one. Well, look at that. He just disappeared. Lordy sakes. I can't see how they've got mice. Of course, they've got the cat food down there too, so that makes a difference. So they had something on this door at one point. We've got a full bath up here. And we're over the kitchen. And I definitely think that could have been a leak from this tub. I may be way off base on that. Wouldn't be the first time, but that's what I'm kind of wondering. It looks like that could be sealed better there, but again, they got the fan here, but it's not. Well, let's see if this thing runs. Yep, it is running. The light isn't going, but it is running. And we got this laundry or linen area here, so that's good. So here's our bedroom on the side, and again, we've got some things that have been left. And some junk that needs to be thrown away. Closet area. See if this light works. We do have an operable light there. And we'll go back through the front bedroom here. So basically it's the same configuration on both sides. So from that standpoint, I think that's a plus. And so far I've only counted one broken window. So I think that's probably a good thing too. Make sure, yep, here's our closet here. At least this has a place to, a rod for hanging your clothes. And let's go upstairs here. And see what we're dealing with. Okay, so we've got a suitcase here, some CDs. There's another curtain rod. That might work for next door. And then let's take a look. Yeah, you got a mouse problem here for sure. These need to be cleaned up. This probably should have someone take a look at this. Storage in here is really good. Got some debris. Not sure what all that is, but they've put up a big this thing here. So I don't know what that's covering. That's probably next door there, is what my guess would be. So let's head down to the basement. Jim, I really hope this is some help to you as far as what I'm seeing. Those are just empty boxes. Let's head down to the basement. Looks like, nope, that's not me, but somebody drug that in. Let's take a look down in the basement here. And yeah, we've got the light on. So on this side, they've got a high efficiency unit in here. And that's it right here. The other one was an 80% efficient furnace. Both of these look like the central air conditioning, at least the central air conditioning hoses looked relatively new. This is the access to the home, to the unit next door. And of course, this is what leads to the outside. And let me just turn off this light here. We've definitely got to get this sewer cleaned out so that it can, so you won't have that issue as far as, I don't know if we need Roto-Rooter over here or what. Here's a washing machine, and then dryer is basically gas or electric. Because you've got this thing going on here, and then we also have the gas hookup here. And here's where our lint goes out. And then here's our panel, 100 amp panel. That all looks really good. Now again, I'm not an electrician, but I just think it's a real plus a lot of times when they've got all the screws in place on the front panel. It's telling me at least, hopefully somebody was in there that knew what they were doing. And I'm not sure, 2018 is on the date there. So really on this one, this is where the drain would be, but there's nothing going in there. But I know that if they're running this thing, there's definitely got to be some condensate has to go somewhere. This is not structural here. This is a stone foundation. And this is basically the back plastering that's come off. What could really help both of these units is if one was running a dehumidifier on a regular basis. And I noticed some hanging asbestos in this unit here. All it has to do is be taped up, I think, so that it's not a hazard. If you can get it encapsulated, hopefully that wouldn't be a huge issue. I am not seeing any leakage here. And again, we've got the newer PEX, so that looks good. They had a dog here at one point, obviously. Well, it's either a dog or a real big cat, one of the two. So basically that's the only other thing that I want to check is the thermostat configuration in this area, because on the other one we had what looked to be two thermostats. Now here's a thermostat here, and then they have a sensor up here. Maybe that's what I was looking at on the other unit. And I'm hearing this beeping going on, so we probably need batteries. So that's kind of what we've got going on there. I'm going to conclude here, and then we're going to go outside for the third one. Thanks, Jim. Bye.